hello, and welcome. Welcome to day 4 of Ladyquette. Oh, who has stayed through with me from day 1, day 2, day 3, and today we're in day 4. And guess what? We're in day 4, but in the 5th session. Yeah, I got that correctly. So, very quickly, we'll be looking at something very interesting. We're looking at something very amazing. We're looking at something very important for every one of us. We'll be looking at health, and health as it concerns ladies, as it concerns women, as it concerns the female gender. So do me the favor of sending this link to that lady who is not online, who is not yet here, who is not yet connected to what we're doing here. Because in the next minutes, I tell you, it's going to be value, knowledge, over not overload, but sufficiently loaded. I mean, our speaker is in the studio already, live, and our moderator is here, and you are here, very importantly. So let's dive in to see what we need to know about our health as we move on in this amazing year. I remain Ruth Temitope Kayode, and I am your convener for Ladyquette. Thank you so much for being here. So I bring in our moderator, Miss Blessing Oluwatoyin Riola. Thank you so
Hello,
much.
good evening, everyone. Good evening, Ruth. Can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you. You can go on.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, all welcome to today's conference. I'm really excited about this because I've always known. I mean, we all know from childhood that health is wealth. Health is wealth. You can have all the money in the world. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't know about yourself, if you don't know about your health, then there's something you're missing. There's something you're not getting right. And I'm really excited that today we'll be learning a lot from an amazing woman. If you're ready to learn, just type out I am ready to learn. I am ready to learn. So that we can keep to time, I'll just quickly introduce our speaker for today. She's a stress management and wellness coach and a maternal mental health advocate with an online platform which is called the Winning Working Moms.
Let's talk. That's too early. That's too early. Can you be kind to us today? Can you be kind to us today? I apologize for the network glitch. Mm. One day, network will have to apologize to us. I'm telling you, one day network will have to apologize to us, and I'm going to read the apology letter of apology publicly here. Miss Blessing, are you back? Oh yes, you're welcome back.
Network cannot have its way today, not at all. I mean, I'm ready and I know that you are ready. So, network, can you just stop doing what you're doing? So, I'm going to go again quickly. I'm sorry for the network issue. So, our speaker for today is a stress management and wellness coach and a maternal mental health advocate with an online.
All right. So we no longer keep our guests waiting. I'll just go on with the introduction. Well, Our moderator settles the scores she has with network, and she'll be back shortly. Sorry about the network glitch.
As we get ready, I want to believe you have your notebook with you. I want to believe you have your.
All right, without much ado further, let's bring on stage and let's welcome our phenomenal guest speaker for today. She's smiling, she's excited, she's happy because I'm sure she's excited to be here, be with us. And we are super
Yeah.
excited to have Nurse Esther OGBAJI. Yeah, welcome.
Everybody, thank you, everyone, and a very happy new year. Thank you, Ruth, for the platform. Thank you for the privilege to come in and speak to young ladies, women maybe who are interested and ready to evolve into their more. Thank you, moderator, too. They say you have a score with network. Please, let's settle this thing on time. And so that we'll have an easy ride today. So good evening, everybody. And I am really happy to be here. And I am sure you are excited to be here. We've gone through day 1, day 2, day 3, and they've been awesome sessions. And if you've missed any, please do go back and catch the replay. It's going to help you. But like I said, there's actually nothing that beats being in the room where it is happening. So if you know someone who ought to be here, please, we'll give you 5 or maybe 30 seconds. Just send an invite to them, send a reminder so that they can come back here and get the best out of what we are going to talk about this evening. It is important that they are here to catch the vibe live. So welcome once again, and we'll quickly go ahead into what we have this evening. But before I continue, I would like to ask a question. As an individual, as a lady, as a woman, as a mother, or whatever role or responsibility or cap you're wearing now, what do you think is your most important capital? Please put it in the chat box. Let's see. I hope you can hear me. Are you hearing me? Please put in the chat box if you can hear me so I know I'm communicating.
I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you, ma.
So let's put the fire emoji there in the chat box. Let's light up the room. Come on, everybody. Come on, let's light up the room. What do you think is your most important capital as an individual? Let's see your answers. Yes, I'm waiting. What do you think? You know what capital is? Like the seed, what you have to plant that will develop or grow into something really big for a business or something, a venture. So as an individual, what do you think is your most important capital that you have? Yes, any answers? Anybody? 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 You can win urgent 2K like this. So urgent 2K fit drop inside your account just like that. See, people are smiling. So let's hear. Does anyone have anything to say? Okay. I can see Praise Williams. Thank you, Praise. Praise said health. Is she the only person that wants to win urgent 2K like this?
That's even a guy.
You see, come on, ladies. All right, so we'll give it up to Praise. Praise has won urgent 2K. Please,
Ah,
Ruth, collect his number. We're going to send him urgent 2K because he was the first person to answer. So actually, health is our most important capital as an individual, as a lady, as in whatever, a man or woman, your health is your most important capital. I have worked in hospitals where I see people that have been incapacitated in their health, be it physical health or mental health. And these people are people who have big dreams. Some of them have a lot of money, but because their health has been affected or impacted negatively, they are not able to pursue those dreams they have. Their money is not able to buy them what they want. So, if you do not take your health very important, take your health very seriously, sorry, you'll discover that whatever it is that you would want to pursue in life will be hampered, you'll be hindered. And so this evening, I would want to talk about the wellness advantage. The wellness advantage. That's what I'll be talking about this evening. As somebody would say, how is that an advantage? But I've given you a little bit, a tit or a little peek into what we would be talking about. Like, without your health, it's going to be really difficult for you to achieve whatever it is you want to achieve. Be it in tech, be it finances, be it even in marriage, in any sphere of life, your health is really, really, really important. So the fact that it's made it into this summit shows that it occupies a very, very central role in what you need to have as a lady who desires to be complete, who desires to be a 360-degree lady. So very, very quickly, I would just want to talk about 4 important aspects of this wellness advantage. I would want to say why your wellness is an advantage. I would want to also say what wellness entails, and then when do you begin to pursue wellness? And finally, we want to talk about how do I nurture wellness. So at the end of this our session this evening, we should be able to have an idea of what wellness is, how we can pursue wellness, when should we start, and okay, I think I had a small glitch there. So before I tell you what wellness is actually, let's it's not what wellness is. It is beyond the physical health, beyond just seeing your body physically. It's beyond that. Some other people will say wellness is luxury for the wealthy. Not at all, my dear. Not at all. Because even those who consider themselves as the masses actually need their health. And so people will say you need so much money to pursue wellness. We will talk about that. And then another group of people believes wellness means perfection. Like everything had to be top notch. Everything had to follow step-by-step process. Nothing must fall out of place. But that is not what wellness is. It's progress. Progress in the right direction. It can be as little as 0.1 degree progress. If you continue on that 0.1 degree progress in 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, by the end of the year, you will discover that you have a wide margin. Think of a straight line. If a straight line just diverts a little with just 0.1 degrees, it's not going to be a straight line. It's not going to end up where the other lines are ending up. So wellness is not perfection. Then some people will also say it is being disease-free. No. If you look at the definition of health by the World Health Organization, it's going to tell you that health is not just the absence of disease or infirmities. Sometimes last year, I was speaking to the employees in an organization about mental health. And somebody said, is it that maybe somebody they mad here, as in like there's a mad person here, that's why they're talking to them about mental health. But that's not true. But the fact that you are not mentally sick or ill doesn't mean you are mentally healthy. So wellness is not the absence of disease. No, I will tell you what wellness is. And then wellness is also not a one size fits all thing, where what works for one person is the same thing that every other person is going to follow. No, it is personalized, it is individualized. Wellness is also not a fix it all. It's not a quick fix, sorry, where we just do something sharp, sharp, and then you get results immediately. These are things that you do daily, consistently, and then you begin to see the results. And then the moment you stop doing them, the result ceases. So you don't say, okay, because we've talked about this today, oh, I'm geared up, I'm fired up, I'm charged up, I'm excited, let's go, let's go, let's go. And then by the end of next week, you've forgotten about everything and say, but I'm supposed to be seeing the results they said I was going to get. No, it's not a quick fix. And then wellness, some people tell you it is time consuming. I have to take time to go to the gym. I have to take time to do this. I have to take time for that and that. It is not supposed to be time consuming. It is it's supposed to be part of your daily routines such that it's an easy glide. Like it's just part of you. You don't have to do anything extra. You don't have to do anything differently to be on the path to wellness. Now, what is wellness? Wellness is the active pursuit. Mark my words, those words are very intentional, they are like deliberate. It's active pursuit of activities, of choices, of lifestyle that will lead to a state of holistic health. So if you follow that sentence very closely, it's a continuous thing. It's an active pursuit. It's not something you do today and next week you are done with it. No. It's not merely the absence of disease. It's the presence of a purposeful living that enables you to thrive across all dimensions of life. So wellness is a continuous thing. It is not a destination. You won't say, I have arrived, I have reached the best of my health, and this is the bus stop. No, it's continuous. It is a proactive pursuit of health, like not a reaction to a disease, to a reaction to a symptom or a sign of an infection or a sign of an ill health, and then hey, it has come. What should I do now? What should I do now? No, it is something you are intentional about preventing, so that you attain that state of well-being. I hope we are following. So saying that wellness is an advantage means that you get to that state where you can perform your best. You are at your best in all spheres of life. That's when we say you have that wellness advantage. So we've defined what wellness is. We've talked about wellness as an advantage. Now let's see, why are we so particular about ladies, about women? That's because our health landscape is unique for women. We have a very unique health landscape. The challenges we face as women is very different, and the responsibilities we have as women are also different. And so the kind of things that affect us are different. There are some very unique things in a woman that differentiates her from a man. Aside from the physical characteristics you could see in a woman, there is the biological and metabolic variations that differentiate a man and a woman. You see distribution of fat, the way fat is distributed in our body as a woman, as women, muscle mass, bone density. There is a difference between women and men. And then women generally have a slower basal metabolic rate compared to men. That's why sometimes it's easier for women to gain weight faster than men. It's because of our metabolic rate that is slower to some degree to that of a man. And then we also have very unique nutritional needs as women. Women, we have requirements for calcium, for iron, for folates at different stages of our lives. And these are key. Because we go through menstruation monthly, you need to replace your iron stores. Because at certain points, the calcium stores in your body begins to deplete, you need to replace them. Else you become at risk for things like osteoporosis, bone diseases. Women who have become menopausal, they become at risk. They are at risk for all those bone problems because we have a unique need for calcium greater than men. And then folates, that's the folic acid. You need that for development in pregnancy, development of the fetus, so that those children don't come down with some disorders, congenital malformations. Your baby becomes formed beautifully and comes out the way God has designed. So these are some of the differences that we have as women. Aside from that, women also tend to have stronger immune responses than men. And it also says that they have a higher chance to be prone to autoimmune diseases. So when you become aware of these, our uniqueness, then you understand that I have to be intentional about some of these things. Apart from that, we have our hormonal complexities, the roles of hormones. As women, we have a whole lot of hormones in our system, and each one is doing one thing at one time. And these influence your mood, influence your energy. It also affects your health. So fluctuations in these hormones affect your overall health. There's also the perimenopause, there's menopause. All these are things that are unique to women, and we need to be intentional about how we take care of ourselves in all these areas. Then pregnancy, contraception, family planning, these are things that women need to know. These are things that are different about women from men. Postpartum recovery, you've seen women who struggle so much when they deliver, and to get back to themselves becomes really, really difficult. So these unique variations, cardiovascular diseases, heart problems, is a lot more in women, and the symptoms are very different to men. Breast and gynecological cancers, mental health problems. Women are more prone to anxieties, more prone to depression, as in statistics have revealed that a lot of more women than men come down with depression and anxiety. So, because we have this knowledge, we know that we have to be intentional about being healthy. A woman is like the center of the home. Just think back, maybe yourself or your mom. Imagine if your mom falls ill, what happens at home? You see that a lot of the processes at home becomes affected. So it's important that you begin at this stage to think of, to build those routines, build those habits that would help you in the future if you don't have your own home yet, if you're not married yet. So that those routines, those habits becomes solidified. And then when you are faced with such challenges in the future, it's very easy for you to just adapt. The way a mother manages her stress in the family sometimes becomes the way the whole family manages their stress. As in, they just mirror what she does. So if the mother is also not doing this well, the whole family is just going to be heading down the drain. So why is wellness your advantage? Who can help me? Yes, let me see the chat box again. Somebody feel win 2K again. Oh. So, why is wellness an advantage? What do you think? What do you think? Yes, let me see. Let me see. Why do you think wellness is an advantage? Why? We've explained what wellness is. Why do you think is an advantage? Why? We've talked about tech. We've talked about, we did entrepreneurship yesterday. And I think we also did finance yesterday, right? The financial. Okay, we've not done finance yet. Okay.
Yeah, we did a
We did,
professional life, career.
yes, yes, career, profession, entrepreneurship. We've done tech. So, why do you think wellness is important in any of this place? Why do you think it's going to be an advantage for you to be healthy? Oh, Father Lord, I've seen confidence. Dabere Nachi, she said prolonged health and lifespan. Okay, okay. Do we have any other answer? Yeah, yeah. Do we have any other person who's willing to say something? Why is wellness an advantage? Why do you think so? Or maybe you don't think so. That's another thing. Maybe some people don't think it's an advantage. You could also tell us that. Why? Why? I would like to hear from you. If you're online and listening or watching, why do you think it's an advantage? Thank you, Praise. Thank you, Praise. Thank you, Praise. Thank you, Ruth. Yeah, it's the foundation upon which every other success is based. That's correct. That's very correct. It gives us strength to face our daily activities. That's actually true. Thank you. Thank you, Praise. Thank you, Confidence. Thank you, Ruth. Okay. Now we talked about tech. We talked about career life. When you have wellness as your advantage, as in you are well, really well, you have an enhanced performance and productivity. Wellness actually entails more than just the physical, it also includes your mental health. So imagine if you have mental clarity that helps you achieve 20 to 30% higher productivity. Are you not going to be a lot faster, achieving more than someone who is still struggling with constant headaches, struggling with fatigue, tiredness, struggling with fever or cold, or coming down with one disease or the other? So it enhances your productivity because you're not always taking sick days, taking sick leave. Ah, oh, I don't see one very fine point there. Onyinyechi, so you can easily fulfill God's purpose and design for your life. I think this sums up everything. Thank you, Onyinyechi, for pointing that out. I didn't even have that as part of my point, but this is actually very important because we need this body to fulfill God's purpose. You could have big dreams. You want to be a missionary. You want to go to the ends of the earth, take the gospel. You want to preach. You want to be a minister. But then if your body is telling you, my friend, we can't do that. We don't have the strength. You're confined to the bed. That dream is not going anywhere. So thank you, Inyichi, for that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So wellness advantage will also help you have will will help you become more self-aware. You have emotional regulation. You have sustained energy throughout the day. You're not easily tired. Improve focus, improve concentration. Even financially, it's also going to be a plus for you. You're not spending all your money on medications. How much is malaria medicine now? It has become very expensive to fall sick. If you think of how much you will spend in the hospital for tests, for medication, nowadays people don't buy fruits to come and visit you when you are sick again. They just come and tell you, God bless you. So it is very expensive now to fall ill. Having wellness as an advantage will help you reduce healthcare costs. Think of that, how much you're going to save at the end of the year. Aside from that, you have better financial making decisions. When you are sick, particularly mentally ill or mentally stressed, you're not good at making decisions. Most times when we are stressed, cortisol takes over completely, and then you lose focus, you don't get enough clarity. The prefrontal cortex, that part of the brain that has to do with making decisions, as in those critical functions of your brain, the executive functions, becomes very depressed. And then you begin to make irrational decisions. So having wellness as an advantage is a plus for you, because you begin to make better decisions, you increase your earning potentials, because you can think of wonderful ideas that can bring in money for you. So that's some reasons why wellness is an advantage for you. It also have long-term benefits. Prevent burnout. You have good stress management techniques that help you manage stress. Stress is everywhere. Stress is not going to go away. So the best thing is being well will give you those strategies that could help you manage the stress, and then you don't get overwhelmed by them. Now, stress or wellness has several dimensions. I mentioned it's not just physical. You have spiritual wellness. Yes, you do. Physical wellness, mental wellness, emotional wellness. All these are different dimensions of wellness. So if you say my wellness is just physically, then you're actually not well. You're actually not healthy. So all these dimensions are areas in life where we need to start picking up this routine, pick up this habits, pick up this one, so that at the end of the day, you have this 360-degree completeness. You become balanced, as in you're stable. There's this alignment between all the areas of your life. So I would want you, as we are talking now, reflect on your life. Which area do you feel really needs attention? It could be your spiritual life, or it could be your finances, it could be your social health, yes, or emotions, or your mental health, or even your physical health. And then take down points that you can start doing to help you achieve wellness in that area of your life. When we talk about balance, work-life balance, balance as a lady, balance as a woman, people make the mistake of thinking it's being where everything is 50-50. No, that is actually not what balance is, because at different areas, at different times in your life, a certain area of your life will demand more attention from you than the other area. And so giving an extra 1 hour to take care of your health, because your health needs more attention now, doesn't mean you are out of balance. At other times, it could be your family. And so because your family needs more attention, you take a little time from your career and focus on your family, so that that place becomes leveled up. That's what balance is. And so to achieve wellness, look at different areas of your life. Where am I lagging? Which part of my wellness, which dimension, which area, which arena needs more attention, and then focus on that part. So when do you begin? Anybody helping us in the chat group? When should I begin to pursue wellness? When? Yes, when do you think is the right time to start to pursue wellness? Does anyone want to help us? Okay, because our time is running very fast. There's this saying that the best time to plant a tree is when? Thank you, Fatima. Now, thank you. Now, they said the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, right? And then the next best time is now. So the best time to begin pursuing, oh, praise Williams, this guy, he said the best time was yesterday. It's actually yesterday. You should have started. We are not supposed to be having this conversation now. So since you have not started yesterday, please start now. Are we together? Start right now. Start right now. We said wellness is not a destination, it is a lifestyle. So it is something that should be part of you. It is something that you should be doing, as in it's just natural to you. The choices you make, the lifestyle you lead should be one that is heading towards wellness, towards health. They tell us health is a continuum. It's like this no, not a swing, this seesaw. You know, a seesaw. We used to have that in playgrounds. You have people at different ages. One will go up, one will come down, like that. So health is like that seesaw, a continuum. So at every point in time in life, you are either moving towards health or moving towards illness. So that means your habits, daily habits, are either moving you towards health or towards illness. Now, don't be content with the spot where you are right now. Don't think I am healthy now. All is well. Because time is the magnifier of those routines, those decisions we take. Those little things you are doing now, just give it time. And then we will see the effect of all those things you are doing. So that's why the time to begin is now, because your habits today will shape the future success. Small steps now will prevent bigger problems in the future. They tell you in the hospital, early detection is key. Most people will tell you, maybe when you've heard them talk, hospital na scam, hospital no they work. You just go there, they eat your money, and the person will die, or the person will become even worse. And I ask, what time did you present to the hospital? When did you show up there? That's because these things have been eating you up on the inside, and maybe it's not showing. And then by the time you show up in the hospital, your immune system is gone already, nothing to defend you, and it just as it manifests and then eat up that person. So it's important for us to remember that those small steps, those little things that we do now may be having some impact in the inside that you are not aware of. And finally, it is important, it is easier for you to build those healthy routines while you are young and energetic, while you don't have the weight of the world on your shoulders, while you have not started thinking about what you will cook for dinner, cook for breakfast, cook for lunch. You have not started thinking of how to pay school fees for your kids. Where do you shop for them? How do you bring, my child's destiny is in my hand. How do I bring up this child? When you don't have all those things on your shoulder, it's easier to build all those routines that will help you in the future. Waiting will actually cost you a lot of opportunities. Will cost you a lot of opportunities. So the last part of this our talk is, how do I nurture this wellness that we are talking about? How? What should I do? What area of my life should I be bringing up? Should I be interested in? Should I do something about? Now, let's talk about the physical health priorities. It's important that you know some basic numbers. Do you know that in this age and time, there are people who don't know their blood group? There are people who don't know their genotype, but they know the size of their shoe. They know the size of their bra. They don't know their blood group. If I ask, what's your baseline blood pressure? Some people don't even know. Some have never checked their BP. I've said, in the clinic where I used to work, madam, come and check your BP. Say, I beg, That thing will tight my hand. I don't like her. Can you imagine? She doesn't want the thing to hold her hand. See, when the number of women who could die from heart-related problems, they say about 4 women die from heart-related problems. And particularly people that are Blacks, African descendants, are more prone to heart problems. And then you tell somebody, come, let's check your BP. She's giving you a very flimsy excuse. So I think we can start from there. Know your blood pressure, please, it's important. If you don't know your blood group, I don't know what I tell you now. Because you should have known that since yesterday. Like Praise said, since yesterday, you should have known that. Please know your blood group, know your genotype. There are some people who have never been vaccinated for hepatitis B. Where then they raise up your hands? I don't know if they're on this call. Please know your status, your hepatitis B status, even your HIV status. Please know them. You should have an idea of your blood sugar. These are some things that will be happening on the inside. They will not give you any warning. There's a reason why hypertension is called silent killer. So please, this small, this as in figures. Do you know your BMI? Body mass index. It's important you know this thing, so that we know you are maintaining a healthy body weight. Know your body mass index. Know your blood group. Know your blood sugar. Check your cholesterol level. All these are small indicators that will give you an idea of where your health is going to. Then, annual screenings. Screen for cervical cancer. That's the pap smear. Sometimes you go to some places and they are doing these things for free. And you say, I don't want to use my hand to find trouble. Which trouble are you going to look for? Say, I beg, I don't want to use my hand buy markets. They want to live in ignorance. Ignorance is bliss. That's what they say. It's better I don't even know. Let me not know that something is wrong with me. And then they don't subject or present themselves for such tests. Please, when you see those things, you see tests, you see eye tests, they're doing a free eye test, go check your eyes. They're doing a free blood sugar test. Please check it. So long as those people are legit, so long as they are as in actually doing the right thing, please take advantage of such opportunities. They're checking for cholesterol. Please check. There's sometimes in our families, our parents, maybe they say, this thing runs in our family. Your grandfather died from a blood sugar problem, from diabetes. And even your daddy too is having sugar problem. That means you have to be very careful. That means you need to be intentional about your blood sugar. That means you need to check them more frequently. But they say, there was breast cancer in long ago, this relative, that relative. Self-breast examination. You can do that at home. Do we do it? So 40% of all women who come down with breast cancers, they dictated them by themselves. And most times when you dictate this thing quite early, you are able to get help fast before it gets to a stage where it becomes inoperable, you can't be helped. Do self-breast examination. Please, it's important. These are small habits that you can begin to pick up. Small habits. Once in a month, probably around when your period is, you check, or after your period, immediately after your period, you do those breast self-examinations so that you can understand yourself. I listened to TD Jakes some time ago and he said something, he said, it's important that you date yourself. Do you understand? Do you know what he means by dating yourself? That's you've come to a point where you know what is your normal. When you begin to have headaches, you say, okay, this headache, I know my body's trying to tell me I need to drink water, or my body's trying to tell me I need to rest more, or my body's trying to tell me something. That's because you sat down with yourself, you understood yourself, you follow the trend. This thing happened the first time. What did I do that this happened? Okay, what can I do? Before you even begin to run to the hospital. Sometimes you run to the hospital and then you are saying some things and one doctor is now talking to you anyhow. A child of God. They now be talking to a child of God, daughter of Zion anyhow, because this daughter of Zion has refused to sit down with herself and understand herself. Some people are afraid to sit with themselves. Some people are afraid to just stay and become self-aware. Like you're afraid, you don't want to know the outcome. So please, it's important. These are little things for your physical health that you should begin to take note of. Take note of vaginal discharges. There is a normal. Do you know there is a normal? You should know there is a normal. Take note of these things. Take note of pain. Do you have pain during ovulation? I don't know. I don't even know what is ovulation. Do we have that lady here who does not know what is ovulation? Who doesn't know how to track her cycle? Is she here? Please go back to YouTube at the end of this session. There's nothing you cannot learn on YouTube. What we are doing here is to raise your awareness about things you should be aware of, so that as you make your plans for the year, you know which area should I be focusing on, which area should I pay more attention to. And then as a lady, it's also important that you know common first aid measures. Yes. I remember one funny story. Then I was still in nursing school. I think it was we were just 6 months into nursing school, and one of my colleagues, we were sent to the community. She started having fever, as in rigor, this fever that comes with shivering. Did you know what I was doing that night? I went to bring all the big textbook, and I was flipping through to look for the remedy. A village where there's no doctor, I was checking that one. I brought standing order, I was checking that. This is something I should have known before then. So please, what do you do when someone is having a fever? What do you do when someone is passing down, having too much loose stools? What first aid can you do at such time? What first aid do you give to someone who is choking? Have you learned all those maneuvers? You don't need to be a nurse or a doctor to learn all these first aid measures. You don't know where they might come in handy, and you are just there. And then you become the mother of the house, and everybody is looking up to you. Mommy, what do we do now? Mommy, what do we do now? And you are saying, even me, I don't know. These are things you should learn now. Learn to be calm, to be composed in times of stressful situation, so that you not begin to panic like a chicken that they've cut off the head somehow, just flapping the wing around, and you are not even worse than the person that is having the problem. These are things that you should learn now. What do you do when someone suddenly becomes unconscious? In the part of the country where we are, we do not have a rapid response team. So what do you do? What do you do? These are things you should learn. Things that you should have under your sleeve, as in under your arm, as in, I have this skill. You could learn them. And I think they are free. You could get free trainings online, so that you are armed with this knowledge. Do you even know how to give massage? Where then they? Go and learn how to give massage, my dear. It's important. And then another thing we need to look at is the nutrition. Nutritional essentials. At the start of our conversation, we mentioned all those areas, those places where we were different or we are different from men. So you need iron more than men. Eat foods that are rich in iron. You need folate, you need calcium, folate, folic acid, all those green, leafy green vegetables. You need to take more of them. Aside from that, you need vitamin B12, you need vitamin D. All these nutrients are things that should form part of your diet. People will tell me, you need so much money to eat well. No, you do not need so much money to eat well. It is actually a function. It is not a function of your money, but the knowledge you have and how you apply it. We are blessed with plenty alternatives. In this class of food, you have different alternatives. So if you cannot afford chicken, you could afford egg. They are all protein. Or you could afford crayfish. So it depends on what you know and how you apply them. Then your mental health. You begin to learn stress management techniques. Have your own toolbox. I call them personalized stress management toolbox. What has worked for you? What has helped you in the past to relieve stress? Take note of those things. Is it deep breathing? Is that what has helped you? Or maybe you've used music that has helped you, or you meditate. There are different things that could help you manage stress so that you don't begin to spread it out to people. Do you know stress is also contagious? If you sit down with someone that is stressed, by the time you are leaving that person and you are not careful, you become stressed yourself. And then you go home and spread it to your family members, just shouting at people and barking at people. Have those strategies because they are going to come in very handy. Life is full of stress. So when you have those strategies, they'll help you manage anxiety, manage whatever it is. How do you sleep? For many of us, when we have so much to do, sleep becomes the first thing that we throw out of the window. You need to have good sleep as a woman, as a lady. Let it be part of your goals for the year. And then understand your hormones. Understand your hormones. It is important. How does your cycle play out? Because sometimes these hormones affect our mood. It's important that you understand your system. Then look back at your history. Are there some diseases that are present in your family? Sometimes you go to the hospital and the doctor say, do you have history of this in your family? Do you have history of that in your family? Are there things like that? Then you need to begin to take actions about them. Check your blood pressure, check your blood sugar, do breast self-examination so that you are proactive, taking a step ahead of all those things happening. Small steps, big impact. Small step, big impact. Start small. It could be from your morning routine, your evening routine. Just insert all those small, small things that could help you. Meditation, movement and exercise, journaling. These are little, little habits that will add up to make well-being the goal for you. Then you begin to leverage on technology. You could have apps that help you, fitness apps. You use smartwatch, track your movements, remind you to take water, online communities, get accountability bodies. All these are things that you are building up, habits you are building up to help you. Then you are building momentum. You're stacking up habits. Like I said, you start small. You do a little today, 1 week. As that becomes stable, becomes settled, becomes well formed, you stack another habit on it. That's the way to grow. Then people will come up with obstacles. It could be time, it could be resource limitation. Begin to take all those obstacles little by little, little by little. You don't have money, start with the free ones. Let's strike out that resource. It could be motivation, as in you don't feel motivation. Always remember the reason why you started. So, as we round up, I'd want you to remember that our differences, men, women, is not a limitation. It could actually be a strength for you, because knowing those differences help you know where to push in more effort into. So it's important that you celebrate your uniqueness. Celebrate it. It's your strength. Celebrate those uniqueness. Be proactive in your health management. When you see those small symptoms, please speak up. I'll tell you one story before I call it an evening. Um, in the clinic where I worked before, there's this woman. When she got married, every time she meets her husband, she bleeds. She bleeds every single time she meets her husband. So, and that continued. She thought it was normal. She didn't say anything. And then the husband died. She didn't get married again. So she wasn't experiencing that. After a long while, she started having back pain, very severe backache that wasn't responding to medications. She was now privileged to listen to a health talk where they talked about cervical cancer. So she decided to come for screening. By the time we screened, we checked her cervix. The cervix was not looking good at all. It was bad. Now sent her for further tests, and then it was confirmed that it was cervical cancer. That bleeding she was seeing those period then, was it giving her a sign? When it was discovered, it had gone too far. They could not help her. So our body will always give us signal, will always give you a sign. Sometimes we just brush it off and shrug it off. But then it's important that you follow up on those symptoms. That's because you have dated yourself and you know what is your normal. And so once there's a deviation from the normal, you are able to raise alarm and raise alarm to the right person. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for contributing. And I appreciate the platform. Thank you so much, everybody. So I think we can ask our questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma. Wow, I have learned a lot. I'm glad I'm here. Like, I should go and check myself. Oh, I should go and check myself. No, no, yes, I not check myself. Like, this is just so wonderful, and this is a push for so many of us to go out there to check ourselves. So, quickly to our questions. Are there any questions, Miss Ruth? Okay, so question one. Okay, so question one says, I learned of premature menopause few days ago. What causes that, ma?
Okay. So do we take the questions as they come, or okay? So
Yes, ma. So, I don't know. Can you hear me, ma?
I can
Can
hear
you
you.
hear
I can hear you.
me, ma?
Okay.
Yeah, we
So
just take
premature.
the questions as they come. So after a question, you just answer and then put the next question.
Okay. Now, premature menopause. I can't say this is one cause, because about 90% of women who will experience premature menopause, there's actually no reason for it. As in, you can't say this is what caused it, or this is what you should avoid to cause it, as in to prevent it. So it's just like what they will tell you about cancer. There is no one reason for cancer. It could just be that person's makeup. It could just be the way their system is, genetic makeup or something, biological makeup. And it's actually something that you cannot influence as an individual. I hope I helped that person who asked the question. There is no like a single cause for having premature menopause. For some women, it could come earlier. Some other women, it could come quite late for them. So I'm sorry, but that's like what research has shown.
Thank you very much, ma.
Okay.
Next question, please, ma. Is there a permanent solution to menstrual pain?
Hmm. Well, there is no permanent solution, but some women who become, as in after they get married and have maybe their first child, second child, it's kind of, it begins to ease off and completely stops for some people. For some people, at other times you could just reduce the severity of it, but there is no permanent solution that I know of. Reduce the severity with you could use exercises, you could use painkillers like over the counter analgesics. Some people use either ibuprofen or any of these mild pain relief medications. Some people use hot water bottles, just apply some heat at the lower abdomen. So those are things that can help reduce it. But I think a miracle can take it away, Sha.
Right. Okay, before we go to the next question, still on that question, I want to ask a question, ma. So talking about using painkillers, are there side effects to these things? Are there side effects to those painkillers that can be used?
Well, most medication or all medications have side effects. Some are mild, some are severe, and it may not affect everybody. Not everyone who takes Septrin will come down with a side effect. Not everyone who takes paracetamol will come down with a side effect. So it's not that it affects everybody same way. When you read the leaflet of those medications, you see that the side effects are quite, as in there are plenty. So one person is not going to see all those things. It could just be a mild inconvenience that you have when you take that medication. Yeah.
Thank you very much, ma. Thank you. Next
Okay.
question. At what point does menstrual pain become abnormal? Like you get the pain and you're feeling like, ah, no, this is not like the normal menstrual pain.
Mm. You see, that's where understanding yourself also comes in, because you've lived with your body for 20 years, 25 years, 28 years. So you have an idea of what is usual for you. But then on the other side, when that pain doesn't even respond to analgesics, like those pain medications, those measures that used to help you, the pain is not even responding to them at all, then you should ask for help. You should seek for help. And then the pain is more than it used to be, you should seek for help. When I was in school, I had a colleague who used to have very, very severe menstrual pain. Well, hers has always been severe, and so we just assume it was part of her. But actually, it was something that we later discovered to be bad, as in to be very harmful. So, if the pain does not respond to your normal, as in normal pain reliefs, and if it's more than usual, or even if it's lasting longer than the menstrual period, that's also a red flag. You should do something about it. Or maybe before even the period comes, you're having that pain. The period has stopped, the pain is still there, then there's a problem. So these are things you should look out for. But it all comes down to being self-aware, like understanding yourself, knowing who you are and what is normal for you.
Thank you very much, ma. Thank you so much. Next question. Ah, today is for health. Three questions rolling in. Okay, so what's the safest vaginal care form, especially after urine? Sometimes water irritates, and we learn tissues aren't a good option either. Wipes, I mean, should wipes be the next solution or next option?
Well, you could try wise, but then I wonder why water will irritate. Is it the normal water or a different kind of water? Water should not irritate. If it does irritate you, then maybe there's something in that water that shouldn't be there.
Okay, Ma, I think with that, I think it's about the fact that the vagina is not dried up, or the vagina area is not dried. It's a lot of using water, and then you have to dress up back, wear your plenty layers of how many whatever you're wearing. And then damp, there's this situation of having the area damp, wet and moist. So I don't think
Mhm.
it's possible. So I think that they're now wearing the pants, wearing the tights, now covers up everything with heat. So I think
Okay.
that's irritation.
Okay. Well, you could use wipes. You could use, but I use tissues, and I don't think there's anything wrong with the tissue. I use tissue, but if you're not comfortable with the tissue, you could use wipes. It also depends on how you use the tissues too. How do you use the tissues to say that they aren't a good option for you? How do you use the tissues? So if water doesn't do it for you, you could use wipe. But do you always have the wipes handy? That's another thing. Do you have a good way to dispose the wipes? The wipes cannot be flushed in the toilets, right? So these are all things you should consider. Tissues can actually be flushed in the toilets and all is good. So these are things you should consider. What is available, what is accessible, and what is good, so that you don't get the toilet system also blocked. So those are things you should consider while trying to make a choice or a decision on what to use. Thank you.
Miss Ruth, any other question? Okay, next question. At what stage do we begin to take folic acid? Almost getting married, pregnant, or from the stage of maturity generally?
Okay. Um, I would say if you're almost getting married now, there are some people who when they get married, they don't intend to have children immediately. Personal preference for them. So when you think you are getting ready to have children, you should start taking your folic acid. Now, if there is a history of some problems in deformity of the child or just something, then you should begin to take the folic acid even earlier. So, almost getting married and you intend to have children immediately, it's safe to start taking them. So when you become pregnant, even before you go to register for your antenatal, you can start taking your folic acid. Very good. Yeah.
Yes, Ma, thank you so much. I'll put up the next question now.
Okay.
Okay, to the next question, Ma. Please, I was diagnosed of fibroid and ovarian cysts. Could it be caused by stress? Because I usually get stressed out. And please, can I treat it herbally? I think the word is treat. Treat it herbally.
Okay. Now, fibroid and ovarian cysts are not caused by stress. They can be exacerbated by stress, as in can be made worse by stress. Do you understand? Their symptoms can worsen when you are stressed. As this is a very tricky one. I actually do not subscribe to herbal treatments. There are people who will tell you it works for them, it does the job. But personally, I do not advise people to go for herbal treatments. To see a doctor, see a medical doctor, go to a hospital that is recognized, and do all the investigations, and then have them either do a surgery for you or recommend the best line of treatment for it. It's a lot safer. Some of these herbs are not being produced in very hygienical situations or conditions, and then you can't trust the dosage or the combinations of those things. Some will argue that even the tablets and medications we take are from all those herbs. But then these things they're being monitored. They've undergone a lot of processes. They've done a lot of trials on other people, on maybe animals before they are introduced, and then the dose is being regulated. But for the herbal thing, I'm not sure you could get that kind of specifications for it. So please, if you can, I would advise you go to see the doctor and then learn stress management techniques. It's going to help. It's going to help. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma. Thank you.
Yeah.
Next question. As you said, women get into anxiety and depression more than men. How can we help this, Ma?
Mm. Now, this is a whole webinar on its own, anxiety and depression. It is because there are a lot of factors that women are anxious about, depressed about, and to help this, it's important that you have stress management techniques, skills, mindfulness. Just reduce your stress level. I said it before, stress is not going away. We do not even want stress to go away because stress can be beneficial. It becomes a problem when it goes out of hand. The stress is on and on, it's ongoing, as in it's not stopping. And then you do not have the skills to deal with that situation or deal with the stress. So, what I advise is learn stress management techniques. And then if it is getting beyond what you can handle, please see a professional. You could go for counseling. It's very okay to see a counselor, go for psychotherapy, because sometimes you may not need to take medications for it. You just need to be counseled. You just need to learn skills to deal with those things. It could be journaling, as in they will, as in expose you to different measures that could help you, and you try a lot of things and see which one is actually good or works for you. So learn stress management tactics. That's being proactive. That's being proactive. Learn how to manage your stress. Learn how to manage your stress. Even though there is tendency for this to be hereditary, maybe run in some families where somebody is predisposed to either anxiety or depression. But if that person is able to manage the stress, it will not be precipitated, because stress can be a precipitator. Somebody who is prone to depression, but because that person has an easy life, that person has good stress management techniques, that depression will not be manifested. But if he's in a place where he's in a lot of stress, he's just not managing his life well, then that thing shows up. So learn good stress management techniques. And if you feel you need help, if you feel you can't do it by yourself, please reach out to a professional, a psychologist, a psychotherapist, or a psychiatrist. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, ma. We still have a number of questions.
Okay. Okay. Um, I've read this question that we can use feminine wash for the vagina, but not for the hole. Okay, verily, verily, it is confusing. I thought we are taught to use just water. Yes, actually, water is actually the best. because with water you don't get to tamper with the pH of the vaginal area. And besides that, the vagina is also a self-cleansing organ, in the sense that it can cleanse itself and does a good job of cleansing itself. However, some people believe this feminine wash also does the same for them, that it gives them this feeling of comfort. I have not used it before, so I can't really say much about this. If you are using water, water is fine, water is very okay. I are doing very well. But then for people who can afford the feminine wash, I have not used it, so I cannot say this is how it feels. But they say it does maybe a better job for them. So using water is fine. Using water is fine. You should not be confused. It is fine to use water. I hope I helped you.
Thank you very much, Ma. Thank you so much. Next question. Trying to control my intake of carbonated soft drinks and cold water while I'm falling terribly. Can you please suggest alternative, safer drinks I can take?
Okay, you could take water. Water is very safe, very, very safe. You could take water. But then if you want, you could also flavor your water. You could cut slices of cucumber and put inside if you feel you still want to have some taste. Or you could make your own fruit drinks yourself, juice them, strain them, make smoothies. So these are alternatives that are safer for you, as in buy those fruits in bulk, and then if you have good source of light, you can make them, store them in bottles, and then put them in your fridge so that they are handy. You don't have to think of the process of going to make them all afresh every time you want to have a drink. So put them, you could just make for maybe a week or 3 days or 5 days. Then you have that in your fridge, you have that in your bag, and you are good to go. So you could make your own fruit juices. You could make Zobo drink, make them yourself. Add some veggies, fruits to your water so that at least the taste is a bit different and not just bland all the time. So those are alternatives that you could consider. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma. Okay, this question is for a bride to be who would watch this later, or is for a bride to be who would watch this later, or is watching now. What ways can she prepare her body for what's new sex besides mental preparation?
Hmm. Well, read about it. Read about it. Um, Once you are getting close to your wedding date, read about it so that you know what to expect, right? Read about it. And sometimes it is important that on your wedding night you have some form of lubricant, because it will help. It will help. Nobody told me to get lubricant on my wedding night. That night we have to go and look for lubricant. It's a funny something. So look for lubricants. It will come in very handy. And then if you can read about it, right? You'll be fine.
Thank you very much, my sister. What is it called? Miss Ruth, I mean Sister Ruth. Let me call you Sister Ruth at this case, because why are you covering your face when she mentioned lubricants? Why? Don't mind me. Okay, so the next question. Does sugar really, truly, verily cause menstrual pain? I have had counter experiences.
Okay. I cannot say it does or it doesn't. Sometimes these things are just normal body processes. and one thing makes it worse. So you could say sugar could increase the pain in somebody. Remember, we don't generalize for everybody. We do not generalize. If it's not something that has a single cause, like malaria now, say malaria is caused by this organism. So it is consistent for everybody. Menstrual pain doesn't have, like, say, it's caused by this thing, and so it's consistent for everybody. No. Sugar could make it worse for somebody. And then another person, sugar doesn't even do anything to them. So please understand yourself. Understand yourself. It becomes a problem when you are trying to take up the experiences of others and make them your own, or try to even take up the solutions of others and make them your own. Many people have high blood pressure, but many people are taking different medications and it's doing the same thing for them. So don't just say because it's affecting this person, sugar is making it worse for this person, and so sugar is bad. Sugar causes menstrual pain. Sugar, we don't generalize. So maybe for that one person, it's a problem for that person or for some few individuals, but not for everybody. Okay. So do I take
Thank
this
you very
question?
much, Ma. Yes, there's still another question, Ma. Thank you very much, Ma. Okay,
Okay.
this next question says, Ma, you spoke about understanding your hormones. Please, Ma, what are the signs of hormonal imbalances and how can they be corrected?
Okay. Now there are different hormones in the body and they do different things. So hormones are chemical messengers. They are being released in one part of the brain and they could function in another part of the body. So hormonal imbalances could have different signs based on what they are supposed to do. Now, this is Praise asking this question. Praise is not a woman, so I will not say we're going to be talking about reproductive hormones. So maybe he's asking about general hormones, right? Praise. So sometimes hormones, as they relate to women, it could begin to alter their cycle, as in it could be fluctuating. It could affect mood. A woman who is not pregnant or breastfeeding could begin to have milky discharges from her breast. That is not normal. And the mood of somebody could just be fluctuating anyhow. Sometimes you could see people having problems with maintaining body temperature. And that's another hormone that's involved with that. So there are different hormones and they show different signs to tell you that they are imbalanced. Because we cannot just look at your face and say, oh, this person have um, an imbalance of this particular hormone. You would need to go to the hospital so that they will do a hormonal assay, as in assess different hormones based on the symptom you are presenting with. Maybe someone who has been trying to get pregnant for a while and have not been able to achieve conception. You might go to the hospital. And then there are specific hormones that have to do with pregnancy. They will check for all those. And then the test result will tell us, okay, this is the hormone we are looking out for. Personally, when I got married, I had to do a hormonal test because I was having one of those symptoms I mentioned. I was not pregnant, but I was having discharge from my breast, milky discharge. And so the hormonal problem there was prolactin. Prolactin is the hormone that has to do with breast milk. It's not supposed to be high at that point, but it was high, and that was the problem. So you can't just look at somebody and say that is the problem. You need to do tests. And then at the end of the test, when we've discovered the particular hormone or hormones that are either high or low, then they know the medication to give to you. I hope that helps.
Thank you very much, Ma.
Okay.
Can you hear me, Ma?
I can hear you.
Thank you very much, Ma. Thank you for your time and knowledge that you're sharing here. Okay, please, my next question is, please, Ma, is it normal to see random blood discharge, though not heavy, but just lead to when you're not on your period? Can this be caused by stress?
I'm not certain it could be caused by stress, and I cannot say it is normal. How often is this randomness that you mentioned here? How often is it? If it's just a one off thing, like it happened just once and it never happened again, then maybe we will not be concerned. But then if the random is not really random, if the randomness is now becoming like a routine random, then you should be concerned about it. I don't think stress to the best of my knowledge will not cause bloody discharge. No, no, it will not. So if you see that bloody discharge today and it never happened again, that's fine. Just be on the lookout, keep observing yourself. But then you see it today, and then 2 months later, it happened again. And then 1 month later, it happened again. It's forming a pattern. And so you need to go get it checked out. So it's not normal. And I'm not really sure about this random. So I would say keep a track it. If it occurs 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, please go get it checked out. It's important.
Thank you very much, Ma. Okay, so another question. Some leaves and seeds were prescribed for me to cure the fibroids and ovarian cysts. Please, is it also not
Hmm.
safe?
So where was this prescribed? I am being very careful here. Where was this prescribed? That's my take. Where was this prescribed? I am someone who do not recommend um, herbal therapy. So I would not say so much about it. I would not. The place where it was prescribed is actually really important. Is it in the hospital? Is it someone who is licensed? Is it someone who is being regulated by a body so that if anything happens tomorrow, you can go and say, this thing that you prescribed for me, I see what happened, and then the person can give you an explanation for it. So I'm not very,
Oh,
very
so
keen.
did not.
Yeah, I saw a response. I saw the response. So I can't really say, I'm sorry, but I wouldn't want to comment further. Thank you. No, don't use soap.
Okay,
Just use
more questions rolling in.
just
Please, Ma,
use
is it
water.
healthy to wash your vagina with soap while bathing?
I think water is okay. You don't need to use soap. The vagina is self-cleansing. It can do all the cleansing by itself. Just wash the outside, the vulva area with water, and you are fine. You don't need to even put your hand inside to go and sanctify the area. Just wash with water. Thank you.
We can't hear you. It's blessing. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So before we close up for today, I have a question from the blood discharge question. I've heard times where people say that you get to see your period earlier than the normal time because of stress. So is that true? I mean, they say, oh, so you see it next day or 2 days after, you see it that day because you've been stressed out or you've done a lot of work that day, so it just pushes it out. Is it true?
Yeah, it could happen. It could happen. But then it's not just going to be a discharge, it's going to be the real period coming out earlier. So then you will know that yeah, your cycle is a bit earlier. It's not just it will not confuse you, and you just see a smear or something, and then nothing again. So there's a difference between that and bloody discharge, random. Do you understand? Um, when you're faced with stressful situation, maybe you're packing, you're writing an exam, and you are undergoing a lot of stress, or maybe someone is seriously ill, it could either make it come earlier or make it go later, come later. So it could influence it that way. That's very correct.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma. From the person who asked the last question or two last questions, she said that she has seen it once and then she'll keep checking for more regular. She'll keep checking regularly now. That's what the person who asked concerning the blood discharge that she has been seeing or she has seen.
Okay. All right.
Wow, thank you so much, Ma. We're so
All right.
grateful. Like we are so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know about the other viewers, but I have learned a lot, and I'm sure going to take this thing that I've learned seriously because health now wealth. Oh. So I have to take it seriously. Thank you so much, Ma.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, another question coming in. Can we answer this?
Okay.
So person says, what
Yeah.
about your ass? Can you wash with soap?
Yes, you can wash with soap because you have a lot of feces. The anus is not self-cleansing like the vagina area. So you could wash there with soap. You could. It's very okay to wash with soap that side because sometimes you may not do a good clean when you are wiping after using the toilet or after passing feces, and then there could be some fecal matter that will get dried up around that side. So it's fine to use soap to wash that area.
Okay, it seems our moderator is not fully connected now. Thank you so much, Ma. We're really very grateful. It has been a time. In fact, it was an amazing session to have a conversation with a nurse, and there's no injection close by. There's no syringe.
Sorry, I'm back.
Nothing.
Sorry.
One is coming.
Okay, thank.
Okay, well, I
Can
have
you
a
hear me?
question. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can hear you, but I have a question.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I saw online recently that the body products that we use can affect our even our hormones, down to our hormones and the normal regulation of our body. That is our creams, even deodorant and all of that. Ma, can you say something about that? Our body products, our feminine body products, cream, makeup stuff, and all of that. It can go as far as affecting or tampering with our body build up or maybe enhancing it in that way. Or can you say something about that so that we can understand better?
Well, there may be some truths to that. There may be some things worth considering because you massage these things every day into your skin and they could go into your bloodstream. Some of the products or the components of these products, some may have been flagged off as being carcinogenic, and some of them, there are some some of the contents that have also been flagged off as being harmful, even though they are not carcinogenic, but they are harmful to the skin. And it could be that they could penetrate through the pores of the skin and maybe alter some things inside of the body. I mean, that's why some people have allergic reactions, have reactions to some of these products. That's because it's gone inside and then reacted with some things on the inside. So it doesn't hurt to be very careful about what we put on our skin, and be intentional about reading labels. Read labels on the skin, on the item
Thank
you are using. Read labels on the items or the product you're about to buy and be sure of what you are applying on your skin. And then if you are trying a new product, it's also very good that you read reviews about those products and do your research very well about those products before you put them on your skin. Uh, if you want to have glowing skin, it's majorly starts from the inside. Be intentional about what you eat. Intentional about what you eat, because that goodness is now going to come up from the inside and then balance up whatever it is you're applying on the outside. So that's what I'm going to say. Just be careful, be intentional about what we apply on our skin.
Thank you so much, Ma. That's well understood. Thank you, Ma.
Welcome. Yeah.
Over to our moderator.
thank you so much, ma.
Welcome.
Thank you so much, ma. Once again, thank you. We really do appreciate you. Thank you for dishing out so much value and so much knowledge tonight. Like I said earlier, but I've learned a lot, and I want to promise that this year I will take health seriously. I'll do lots of checkups, and the truth is, I've been avoiding checkups, so I'm one of them. I'm one of them. But this year, I'll try as much as possible to do checkups, and I mean, it's very important so that we avoid things that should be avoided. Thank you so much, ma. So I'll just hand over to the convener. Thank you so much, ma.
Welcome. You're welcome.
Okay, thank you so much, Ma. We're really very grateful. We're very grateful for
Thank
taking
you
out your
too.
time and bringing it to a level where we can understand, easily relate, flow, answering our questions. We're really grateful for them. An amazing session with you. And trust me, we look forward to more sessions like this where we can easily ask our questions, understand certain things, and have our confusions and our doubts cleared. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. We're really very grateful. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Thank you too for having me. Thank you everyone for participating. And thank you to the winner of our 2K. We will send the 2K.
All right, Ma. Thank you so much. God bless you. And I want to appreciate everyone that has joined in this session today. Thank you for being taking your health seriously and wanting to be intentional going forward. Not just going for the money, just going for the big stuff, but you want to be intentional about your well-being. I mean, that's awesome. That's awesome. It's one thing many people overlook today. They feel like there's already so much going on in Nigeria, and then let's just keep pushing money, let's just keep pushing other things. But you've taken your health importantly, and you're here tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you to our moderator. And we say happy birthday to our moderator, even though she dragged me at a point on this. You dragged your convener. Okay, oh, happy birthday to our moderator. Wish you long life, prosperity, and all of God's amazing stuff ready for you in this new year. Have
Thank
an
you so
amazing year.
much. Thank you.
Have a wonderful year. Have a year as happy as you are. Thank you so much. Yes, 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 yes. I am the only one on your screen now, and I want to thank you specially. I want to thank you personally for taking out time to be on this session again. Thank you for staying tuned to this channel. Thank you for seeking knowledge. Thank you for desiring to evolve and become a better you. I mean, that's the central thing what we're doing here. We're evolving because it's not just about what I've always been doing, it's what you should be doing. All right. Thank you so much for taking health very importantly. Thank you for wanting to become a better version of you. I congratulate you because a new you is evolving. And I say many cheers. Thank you to all the amazing ladies watching this live and those who watch later. Trust me, I appreciate you. This is what Ladyquette is for. That all the strings of our lives are pulled and then we are doing awesomely on every aspect. I look forward to the amazing you who will thrive in a career, in a business, in health, in finance, in marriage, in kingdom matters, and all aspects of life. You cannot afford to watch this alone. Kindly send the link of this video once you are done to a sister, to a friend, to a lady, even to a guy. There's a lot for everyone to learn from this single, married, old, young, teenagers. Send it and let them learn. You don't know who you may be saving from something. And then tomorrow, we'll be having an amazing session here by 7 p.m. again. Trust me, you don't want to be locked outside. You want to get your seat in here early enough. By 7 p.m., we go live to discuss social life. Yeah. Social, it's not enough to say, okay, I'm healthy, I have money, I'm good in my career, I'm doing well in career, I'm running an excellent business. You should know how to carry yourself in the society as a woman. Like, we're raising classy lady here. I mean. So you should know how to carry yourself. You should learn etiquette. You should know what should and what should not be, so that when you go on big stage, the spotlight is on you. You know how to behave. You know what to do, and you know what not to do. We're raising 360 women here, and I look forward to seeing you here tomorrow. We have our amazing speaker who spoke to us on marriage. If you have not watched that, run down now and watch. That was a powerful session as other sessions, and then she'll be coming again tomorrow. Person of Dr. Peace Jonathan Obise to tell us how to behave in the social world and how our social life generally should look. To be an amazing time of learning, unlearning, and relearning. My name is Ruth Pintobe Kayode. And with this, I say have a good evening, have a good night, have a good Saturday evening. Have an amazing time. Thank you so much for joining. Bye.